Good morning, afternoon, and evening. I am Abhishek Agarwal, and I head the product management for Defender Experts, Microsoft's first-party managed detection response service. Let's get started. In today's talk, I'll be taking a tour around Defender Experts. If you're not familiar with it, we'll get you caught up on that. We'll then go behind the scenes for Defender Experts and specifically share some practical examples of how we are upgrading our own operations in the age of AI, and hopefully that provides some interesting ideas for the broader community. Now, if you're watching this session, you already know that security is getting complex. And as a SOC teams, we need all the help we can get. There's an acute shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals, and the rate of digital change is faster than ever. As a result, Gartner estimates that more than 60% of organizations will adopt an MDR service by 2025. Now, obviously at Microsoft, we are listening to our customer needs. And with that in mind, we now offer unified Defender tools, security co-pilot, and human expertise to Defender Experts to meet these challenges. Let us take a closer look at Defender Experts. Now, Defender Experts for XDR is a hero offering. It's a true managed extended detection response service that provides comprehensive threat investigation, detection, response, and hunting for our customers. It builds upon the world-class Defender offerings: Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Identity, Office 365, and cloud apps that you can use to secure your devices, your identities both on-prem and in the cloud, your email and office environments, and any cloud applications that's running in your organization. Defender Experts for XDR, we extend that first with world-class security experts that now become an extension of your SOC teams. It is powered by unparalleled threat intelligence and data and runs on the same hyperscale platform that powers Defender and now is enriched with AI, automation, LLMs, and co-pilots that enables us to respond at machine speed. Proactive threat hunting is baked in that uses all this rich threat intelligence to find emerging threats before they can take hold in any organization. And we offer a truly SaaS-like turnkey experience that enables you to get started with Defender Experts in just a matter of days. And last but not least, we have dedicated service delivery managers that act as your trusted security advisor and are there to help you when needed. Now let's take a closer look at what the experience looks like for you as a customer who is enrolled into Defender Experts for XDR. As I mentioned, it starts with turnkey onboarding. Everything about Defender Experts is built right into the Defender console with truly easy self-service readiness checks, and when needed, support from our service delivery managers to help you get along the way. Next is the heart of the service, what we call managed response. This is where our full-time security engineers will triage, investigate, and take actions to contain incidents and alerts on your behalf, if you give us the permissions. Next, our analysts are a true extension of your team. So we have now integrated an in-portal chat experience, and happy to announce that we now also have a new Teams app that allows you to stay connected and get help from our analysts when needed. Now, for any managed service, transparency is key. So we offer detailed reports and insights for everything that we are doing on your behalf in your environments. We have detailed hunting reports, detailed reports on investigations, and response actions that we have taken on your behalf. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one of the coolest features of Defender Experts is our hunting capability, where our hunters mine through all the threat intelligence data to find emerging threats. And if we find something that is impacting your organization, we'll notify you through the Defender portal. And if we have permissions, also go ahead and take containment actions on your behalf. And last but not least, I also talked about the service delivery managers. That's part of the offering. All right, so how do you acquire these services, right? Depending on your needs, we offer these in two packages. As I mentioned so far, Defender Experts for XDR is a full MDR service that you can, or depending on your needs, you can acquire just Defender Experts for Hunting that provides the managed proactive hunting piece. Next, let me share some proof points about our service. Customers like Verifone have been in early adopters, and they have been seeing benefits literally from day one of having turned on Defender Experts for XDR. So again, speaks to the quality of the service and value that we are creating for our customers. Last year, we participated in the MITRE evaluation for managed services, and I was thrilled to share that we came out as a leader demonstrating the quality of a service. We did not just do it for ourselves, but we also helped several of our Microsoft verified MXDR partners to participate in this evaluation. Last but not least, I'm super excited about the work our analyst does day in and day out, not just securing our customers, but also sharing their findings and threat reports with the broader community, helping them uncover tomorrow's threats today and enabling defenders everywhere in the process. Let me now change tracks and go a little bit behind the scenes of how all this comes together to offer this value to our customers. As I mentioned in the beginning, it all starts with the human experts. And I'm humbled to get a chance to work with these brilliant folks who collectively bring over 600 years of combined security experience of having defended some of the world's largest clouds and some of our nation's critical infrastructure. Next, as I mentioned in the beginning, we extend our humans with unparalleled access to signals, TI, and data. This includes examples like being able to look at signals in a single tenant, being able to correlate that in a compliant manner with cross-tenant signals, being able to do live file and URL analysis, access to threat actor profiles, including nation-state profiles, e-crime profiles, latest vulnerability data, and much, much more that then enables them to find and inform what they hunt on, how they investigate, and what kind of attacks they should focus on for detections. And as I mentioned, that leads into deep focus on attacks that matter today. Of course, we have deep focus on device compromise, malware, and ransomware scenarios, but we also take a cross-domain true XDR view in terms of what we focus on. This includes identity threat detection and response, device-to-cloud pivoting, cloud application breach scenarios, business email compromise, specifically these days looking at attacker in the middle scenarios, cloud data theft, and much, much more. Now, this is an evolving space, and as the attack landscape evolves, so does what we focus on, and we want to make sure we keep our customers secure against the attacks that matter today. Finally, we empower our defenders with a great set of tools. These are the same set of tools that is available to our customers through the Defender products. We then further supercharge it with additional AI and automation that enables our analysts to quickly filter out noise, focus on the attacks that matter, quickly investigate using automation playbooks, and take containment and response actions to help secure our customers against these attacks. And they not only take response actions, but they also focus on very actionable recommendations and guidance that can help improve the customer's posture so that these attacks can't happen in future. Similarly, we have a very detailed proactive hunting approach, which starts by tracking the emerging attack landscape using great TI signals and telemetry that comes out of our Defender products. That then informs hunting strategy, which is fed into a machine-scale hunting platform. And then we use a combination of AI, automation, and of course, human expertise to figure out if there's an emerging attack or emerging threat that is taking shape, and then use that to notify the customers. And if we have permissions, of course, take action to secure them. Let me now change tracks and talk about the learnings and examples that I alluded to at the beginning of the talk. Now, as you have observed, just like rest of Microsoft, over the course of this year, we have started to integrate new technologies like Copilot and AI technologies into our operations. Let me preface by saying that these are still early days, So we are starting with some simple but promising use cases, but I fully expect this space to rapidly evolve in the coming months. To set the context, let us zoom out a bit and let's take a look at what are the typical SOC functions in any organization. Let me add a disclaimer that this slide is my representation and might be different than how you organize SOC functions in your organization, but it will still illustrate the scenarios and points I'm about to make. So in any typical SOC, we'll have functions around alert monitoring and investigation, incident management, threat hunting, TI curation, and detection engineering. Now, when we talk to our customers, there's some common challenges that different SOC teams face. I alluded to one of them at the beginning of the talk. Of course, there's a lack of skilled resources, but even for folks that we have inside a SOC, there is a skilling gap. SOC teams suffer from alert fatigue, and just there's too much toil in getting the tasks and jobs done inside an organization. Now, as Microsoft, as I mentioned, we offer unified Defender tools, we offer Security Copilot, and we offer Defender experts to address these challenges. And depending on your maturity, you can choose either Defender experts to do it for you, we can do it with you, or we can just enable you with the tools so you can do it on your own. The examples that I'm about to share work in any of these operational models. All right, so let's take a look at some of these examples of using these new technologies inside a SOC. In the first example, imagine that you are a junior analyst and you are in the alert investigation queue. All right, so the first thing we have done is, of course, brought together the unified Defender tools in one console. What you're looking at is the unified Defender console. And what we have also done is integrated Security Copilot right into this console. So as a junior analyst who's in an alert investigation queue, you can use Security Copilot to get a quick summary of what this complex incident is all about and get a jump start on your investigation, right? And then when you go repeat this few times over, that starts to build up your knowledge base and your skill and improves your upskilling journey. This is the same console that our own Defender analysts get access to and use if the customer is enabled with Copilot to help with their investigations as well. So in the next scenario, I'm a hunter, so I'm a little bit more proficient in my tasks. And my first job is to understand what is happening in the attack landscape. So again, now I'm in the Security Copilot console, and with one simple natural language query, I can curate the latest threat intelligence information and then use that information to now start forming a hypothesis of what I need to hunt on. Now, obviously, if you're in the Defender and Sentinel ecosystem, it is powered by Custo. And to be able to do hunts efficiently, you need to build some proficiency in Custo query language. And this is where Security Copilot comes super useful to build up your Custo skills. As you can see in this example, the natural language prompt, Security Copilot can help you generate the KQL query, which you can then go ahead and run and start to iterate and build up your queries and your hunts, which you can then further go ahead and automate. So again, a very easy way for you to get started, build proficiency, and upskill your SOC teams on skills like Custo. All right, so let me switch to a third example, and this is going to be slightly different. So in this example, imagine that you're a junior automation engineer, and you're tasked with building Jupyter notebooks that your analysts can use for faster investigations. Now, I am new to Python. I need to quickly understand, how to organize my Python code, and also new to understanding various security libraries that I can use to automate my tasks. So what I have done as an automation engineer is now I'm using GitHub. There is an open source investigation toolkit called Mystic Pi that is available. This is a toolkit that was built by Defender researchers. And I've cloned that GitHub repository. And in this example, I'm using GitHub Copilot to quickly understand this code, understand the Python code. And then from there, I can start to edit it, improve it, and develop the use cases for my own playbooks that I want to use inside my own organization, right? So this is slightly different from Security Copilot, but again, an interesting way to think about all the new technologies that you can start to empower your SOC personas with. All right, so let's go to the next example. And again, this is slightly different. So in this example, imagine you are an incident manager. Now, when a 0 day is declared, as we all know, there's a mad rush of activities. There's a whole bunch of standard operating procedures that need to be executed. and a whole bunch of coordination that needs to happen. In this example, what I'm showing you is a Teams chat. So imagine this is an incident bridge where different folks and functions are all communicating with each other to coordinate. Now, as an incident manager, in the past, it used to be really difficult to stay up to speed with what's happening and to track progress. A lot of manual toil in a high-stress scenario. And so what I'm showing you in this example is how you can use M365 Copilot that is now integrated with Teams to get a quick summary of what's happening so far. And then you can use that to build your progress report or communicate with your leadership as the use case might be. So again, a very different and interesting use case of using modern technologies to add productivity and remove toil from your SOC operations. All right, let's move to the next example. This one is a little bit more advanced. And one of the things we talked about was alert fatigue, right? So there is a lot of data and signals that you correlate to generate alerts in a SOC. And if you want to improve the efficiency of your SOC teams, you need to be able to quickly manage all of that noise. And the great thing now is you can take the best of what Defender and Sentinel already offers, like things like incident correlations or Sentinel Fusion, and then extend that with your own custom scenarios by using some of the pre-trained Azure OpenAI models, or, depending on your proficiency, bring your own ML models with Azure AI. And then you can use this all to solve some very interesting alert pipeline management problems, like incident correlations, finding similar incidents, doing just-in-time clustering, building contextual intelligence, anomaly detections, and prioritizing your queue automatically for things that matter or automatically suppressing noise based on past signals. So again, a very rich set of technologies that is now available both out of the box in Defender and also some pre-trained capabilities in Azure that enables you to manage this in a modern manner. All right, to quickly summarize, I showed you 5 examples of how you can bring together some of the latest technologies from Microsoft, including Security Copilot, M365 Copilot, GitHub Copilot, and some of the Azure OpenAI services to address your skilling gaps, to address alert fatigue management, and just remove toil and improve the productivity of your SOC teams. And as I mentioned previously, with Microsoft, we now offer you unified Defender tools, Security Copilot, and Defender experts to meet your requirements. And depending on your needs, we can do it for you, we can do it with you, or we can just enable you to do it on your own. With that, let me wrap up. So this is a quick summary of the 2 Defender Experts services I talked about. You can read the slides on what their capabilities include. And if you're interested, you can reach out to a Microsoft representative to learn about not just Defender Experts, but of course about Security Copilot and rest of our Defender offerings. Last but not least, right? We don't do this alone. We have a rich set of MSSP and MDR partners. And so depending on your unique needs in terms of SOC challenges, you can reach out to one of our partners and get help from them as well. So with that, let me say thank you. That's all the content I have. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found the examples useful and enjoy the rest of the sessions. Thank you.
Automate the employee offboarding process with Microsoft Entra Identity Governance. The identity lifecycle is a critical part of an organization's security posture, and if managed correctly, can have a positive impact on their users' productivity. By automating custom workflows to monitor and manage the user lifecycle, you can ensure new employees and those with role changes are productive immediately, and that accesses are removed as soon as employees leave the organization. In this demo, we'll identify and walk through some key scenarios highlighting how organizations can improve their security posture without impacting user productivity through lifecycle workflows in Microsoft Entra Identity Governance. Human resources and IT departments both benefit from these innovations. Let's talk about how lifecycle workflows can help your organization decrease risks with the employee offboarding process. We'll identify and walk through how to use lifecycle workflows to streamline employee offboarding. There can be many different reasons why an employee needs to be offboarded. Regardless of the reason, Lifecycle Workflows provides flexible options with built-in lever templates for processing the separation in the time frame that fits your needs. Let's dive into our demo. Vance, an existing employee, has notified HR that he's leaving to join a competitor, so I need to revoke his access right away for security purposes. Luckily, to save time using built-in lever templates, I have pre-configured real-time separation and post-offboarding workflows based on my company's policies. I can quickly set the real-time separation on-demand workflow to run instantly for Vance. This workflow will immediately block Vance's access by disabling his account and removing him from all Microsoft Teams. Later, the admin or HR provisioning can set Vance's employee leave date to today. In the next 30 days, Vance's manager can ensure that the offboarding checklist is completed, and lifecycle workflows will automatically take care of cleaning up his access by removing all his group memberships and license assignments, and send an email to the manager and the HR team, and finally, per company policy, delete his account. As an employee goes through the offboarding process, your policy or a regulatory requirement may necessitate visibility to ensure that each task has been completed. With lifecycle workflows, I can view the workflow history for each employee. In Vance's case, from the workflow history I can monitor the progress and see that advanced separation is still being processed. I can drill in further on the status of the individual tasks to check for any issues. Now that Vance is taken care of, I can check the workflow history to view the details of previous workflow runs, including the status of the tasks. Here I can see there is an issue with one of the tasks. With built-in versioning, I can also easily see that a core change has been made to a workflow, such as tasks being added or removed. I can see from the list of workflows that one of the workflows has several versions. I can drill into the workflow version details to see who created the latest workflow, when it was created, and all the workflow details to ensure there are no issues that need to be corrected. I can also compare previous workflow versions. Here there were 5 tasks, now there are only 3. By setting up lifecycle workflows using the real-time lever template, I've automated the offboarding process so that Vance's accesses are removed on his departure, reviewed the history of the workflow so that I can ensure each task in the offboarding process was completed successfully, and helped the organization safeguard its critical data. Lifecycle workflows not only save IT admins valuable time, but also prevent costly errors and ensure that onboarding and offboarding procedures are consistently and successfully enforced.